Yo, so I'm gonna drop this video today. Today's Friday. Friday videos. I mean, you're not supposed to drop a Friday video, but I could care less. So the workshop I'm doing, it's supposed to be in 2 days from now. I have to take an emergency trip this weekend. It's gonna be the following weekend, so it's gonna be Sunday the 25th. Sign up down below right now if you have not signed up for the 10 Lenses workshop. Now, that's out of the way. So bumping that back 1 week, you guys are going to love it. It's going to be phenomenal. Now, I wanted to come on here and, man, I get upset. And I want to share with you why I'm upset and why I get upset sometimes. The reason why I get upset is because I have now worked with hundreds of guys one-on-one. So whether that's on my mentorships or my boot camps, I'm talking about like straight up, like not people that are like, I've worked with 50 million men across the world. We're not talking about YouTube views or whatever. I'm talking about men who have paid me to achieve greatness, to help them achieve greatness. And I am just telling you across the board, okay? There are so many of you out there who you deem yourself to be hopeless. You view yourself as incapable of living. Listen. You don't gotta be Andrew Tate. You don't gotta be Dan Bilzerian. You don't gotta be Leonardo DiCaprio. You don't gotta be Hugh Hefner. You don't gotta be Elon Musk. It doesn't matter. You don't gotta be these guys, okay? If you look at them and you go, that could never be me, I don't know, maybe it actually couldn't. Maybe it really couldn't be you. I mean, Elon Musk is a genius. That's why he has a giant head. If you guys don't know this, like, look at my head. I have like a big ass head, right? I took this hat and I put it on this girl's head the other day. And this hat that fits on my head, you know, very normally, it was like she was swimming in it, right? And I said, that's because you have a very small head and you have a very small brain. You can look this up. Big head, big brain. This is the facts of life. So maybe you can't be Elon Musk. Maybe you can't be Tate. Okay, maybe you can't be Aaron Alexander. But what can you be? You can be a guy who gets in good shape. You don't got to be a bodybuilder, but you can get in good shape. You can have good energy levels. You can make good money, and you can have hoes. You can have a rotation of 3 or 4 good-looking girls. You know, maybe, I mean, aim for the top, right? Like, aim for bombshells, aim for whatever you think is the hottest thing on the planet. But ultimately, like, dude, you could have 3 or 4 pretty mid to above mid chicks that you're seeing regularly. And for so many of you, there's like 2 of you watching right now where that would be like below what you're even doing right now. Most of you watching this, if you're being honest with yourself, you'd be like, yeah, that sounds fucking incredible. So the reason why I get upset is because you guys will take even just these sort of like bare minimum standards and like just these medium-sized goals, and you'll still just feel like, I don't know, I don't even think that could be me. I don't even think that could be me. And dude, honest to God, if you truly don't feel like take a stimulant, drink a bunch of caffeine, pop an Adderall, and if in those manic states you still don't even feel like you can be great, then you are doomed. And I really don't even recommend watching my channel anymore. Like, honest to God, there's really nothing for you here. If there's no part of you that thinks, you know what, maybe with the help of Aaron Alexander, at least, maybe with Aaron Alexander, in the way that I've gotten all this motivation, all of this information, all of this education, application, all of it from his videos, if maybe having him work with me one-on-one, if that could at least get me to a level where I am really enjoying my one spin on this fucking globe, if you don't believe that that's possible, you are doomed, truly. And I'm sorry, like, I feel bad. I don't like telling anybody that they're doomed, but you have to be. Somebody asked Jake Paul, regardless of what you think of the Paul brothers, they are incredibly hardworking, incredibly talented, and incredibly inspiring individuals. They actually are, regardless of what you want to say. And let's forget about the boxing, because obviously Jake gets credit for the boxing. Let's just look at like their Vine to YouTube trajectory or whatever. I don't care what your thoughts are. You go do what Jake Paul did and live a life worth vlogging every single day for years on end. You couldn't do that. You couldn't even live a life worth vlogging, let alone actually having the wherewithal to hire the right people, to put it out, to actually go to these events, to do all this stuff. And somebody asked Jake Paul, what would you say is your key to success? And also, one thing about the Paul brothers also is they're from Ohio. If you guys don't realize this by now, all roads lead to Ohio. Who's from Ohio? Aaron Alexander, Jake and Logan Paul, JD Vance, Machine Gun Kelly, the Wright brothers, Travis Kelce, the list goes on and on. I mean, all roads lead to Ohio. People wanted to flex on me back in the day. Oh, you're living in Ohio? Why don't you move to Vegas so you can get addicted to crack and gambling? Vegas would be a way better option. Get the fuck out of here. Somebody asked Jake Paul one time, what do you view as your key to success? And Jake Paul said, you have to be delusionally optimistic. You have to have delusional optimism. Is there any evidence right now? Look at anybody. Okay? Look at anybody who came from a middle class to below middle class family who rose up in the world. There was no evidence that would lead you or them to believe I could break this cycle. Oh, my below middle class family and my below middle class grandparents and their impoverished grandparents before them and the fucking, the people that lived in fields before that. I mean, just what, millennia of fucking poverty, and I'm going to break the cycle. There's no evidence. So you have to be delusionally optimistic, and you have to give everything you've got to going for what's yours. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So if you made it this far in the video, first off, sign up below for the workshop that's going to be coming up. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be me. I feel like I have to say this because I find this so annoying, but it's not a pre-recorded webinar thing. Have you guys signed up for those and find it incredibly annoying? I have. I've seen a marketer where it really sounds like it's going to be a real thing. And then I get to the thing and it's a pre-recorded video and they're pretending it's real. But no, it's going to be me, Aaron Alexander. You can ask me to say a sequence of words when we're on there. I'll prove to you it's live. I'll answer your questions, all that. It's going to be good. And if you're a dude, listen, I can't work for free. If maybe one day if I became a billionaire, and maybe I would do coaching for free. I don't know. But even then I probably wouldn't, because you got to put your money where your mouth is. You have to invest. I've gotten free courses and free help and free things. This is why people get upset. There's this trope, right? People go, don't you hate it when you give somebody advice and they don't take it? Well, they didn't take it because it was free. They didn't respect it. You have to pay. You have to fucking pay. If I give you a bottle of beer for free, you're going to enjoy that beer. But if you paid $40 for a bottle of beer because it's imported from fucking Czechoslovakia and it's this limited stock and whatever, dude, you're going to sip it slow. You're going to love it. Every sip, you're going to fucking cherish the flavor. So you have to put your money where your mouth is. I can't work with you for free. If you're a dude and you got a little bit of cash and you're feeling pretty lost, then I'll include a second link down below where you can apply for coaching. I will personally text you. Aaron Alexander himself, me. It's not going to be an assistant. I fired everybody. It's just me. I'm hoping to get Alpha Chad back soon, but for right now, it's just me. So I'm going to text you, and we're going to talk about coaching. And I feel like sometimes, I'm going in the parking garage, so it's about to get dark, but I'm going to keep it going. I feel like sometimes guys are I've sent that out before, on email, sign up here, whatever, and they'll message me back and be like, how much is the coaching? How much is the coaching? The reason I don't tell you how much the coaching is because I've got a lot of options. I've got a lot of options ranging from $50,000 all the way down to $47. So I want to give you it would just be too much. I'd have to write a book on the options. I just want to talk to you about where you're at, and then we'll work on the options. We'll talk about, what would best serve you and what you're able to afford and all that. But just stop being so fucking ridiculous and so self-centered that you're like, I'm the one who can't make it. If I know that all these other people make it, but I'm the one who, I just know I can't. It's like, you're kind of gay. You're kind of gay and dumb if you're just like, I'm the special. So you actually think you're special. You actually think like, I'm the one that the laws of the universe just don't apply to. You're like Rocko's Modern Life, like that little tortoise that would walk around with sniffles all day. I forget his name right now, but that's kind of the life you're living right now. So yeah, dude, get it together. Click both of the links down below and let's get started. Let's fucking go.